Coach, they love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the inner harbor of Baltimore. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Baltimore Ravens. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, 59, mark 59. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Go, shift.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Shoot!
To throw is Jackson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. Mike. Watch the backer, watch the backer. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Set, ready. Mike, Pittsburgh. Mike, 51. Stay with your man.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Tighten down. There you go. Watch the safety creep.
Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready. 60 outlaw. Watching your five. You must be dreaming. Kill. Watch twitch. Watch take off.
On 1st down, Fields. He's got Smith here. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here we go. 50 set. And reach. Check. 50 to Mike. Okay, double up, double. Check safety, check safety. Check 13. Check.
On 1st and 10, Fields. And this one complete to Smith. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
To number 86. He steps out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Check 3. Check 4, check 4. Set up.
Back to throw. Fields. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 39.
14. A gain of 18 on the play. And the Raider first down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Check 31.
Looking to throw. Fields. And that's complete to Adams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Here we go. 55 to base. Right there in the middle. 55.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers of reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. I'm coming. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Mike 52. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Back to throw. Fields. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go. Down. Check. Mike, 34. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Down to the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Mike 55. Hey, eat. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Yup. Play it. Mike, 55. Check, 55.
And to give this time to the tailback. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
The tackle made by Jonathan Abram.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
At the end of the first quarter, with the score, Ravens 7, Raiders 3. Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
All day, baby, all day. Check 99. Check 99. Out. Where'd he go?
To throw on 2nd down. Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Echo. Mike 52, Mike 52. Good. What? 52's the mic. Watch Mike.
On 3rd down, Fields. Wide open receiver complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Counter play with Jacobs. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
Under 10. You go tight. You got tight.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Here's Booker on the catch. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Looking to throw on second down. Fields. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post, but we've seen it.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for the Ravens. 56 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And he'll give it here to his running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up and down the field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 27 yards there, a first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Bang, 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 bang. Slam, slam, slam.
Looking to throw. Fields. It's caught here by Adams. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
First down, Raiders.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Slam, slam, slam.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
You don't know no better.
Check. Kill. 36. Shift.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have retaken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Max Crosby able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson, he's going to rifle one deep left side. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Throwing on 1st down. Fields. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Fields. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. A final shot before break. Fields. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
We'll see if they do just that. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
You can't block me. Check. Lucky.
Once again, it's Jacobs. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go. Watch safety creep. Creeping. Safety's creeping. Check 43. SOS.
On first down, it's Jacobs. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Check hot route. Hot. Check 54.
To throw on second down, Fields. Throwing left side, it's complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
This quarterback now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
193. 98's the mic.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Check. Hey, switch.
Running is Jacobs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Check your hot read. Watch the edge. He's coming. Double up.
Here's Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Danny. Switch. Check the backer.
25, check 25.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch quick.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Shit. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Check. 198. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Back to throw. Fields. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps a deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Tucker with the extra point. Looking around the league from Raymond James Stadium there in the third quarter in Tampa. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. He swallowed him up. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Check 31, check 31. Undercrush.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Hey, check 24, check 24. Check 24, check 24. Nickel.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Say. Trump. 198. 98's the mic. I'm coming after you. Alert 3. Let's go. Alert 3.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Big edge. Check 99.
They run the counter. It's Jacobs. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Raiders on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Watch twist.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
Tighten up. Tighten up. 49, check 49, check 49.
Slam, slam.
Quick the edge. Come. He's coming. We got double up.
Throwing is Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
At the 41-yard line.
Under 10. 10. You go tight. You got tight right there. Check. Left, right. Shift.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Sponge. No.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 15. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Check, crunch.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Joker. Bang.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left to the upright. And this score will stay right where it is. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but it went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. I'm called though. You mine.
Back to throw.
Slam.
He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down, Raiders.
Buddy up. 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Get your green. Kill. 36.
He'll look to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Down. 98's the mic. It's our time. Kill. Switch. Put up. 198. Watch 98.
He's back to throw. It's caught. Smith. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They run it with Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
52's the mic, boys. 52. Man, I got you. Hey, Mike 52. I got you, boy. Mike 52. Time to go.
They'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Let's go, fellas.
So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
He's checking.
Here's Jacobs. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
At the Ravens' 27-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the boot, watch the boot. Showing it. Back.
2nd and 9 now.
Achilles traps, let's go.
Steps away, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields now in desperation, and he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown, and they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2.
Let him know. That's it. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Watch the curl.
They'll try and throw for it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
Keep doing this.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, watch the screen. Switch it.
Here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Let's go, hey. Well, Mike 34. Watch the run. 34 is the Mike. I'm coming. Yo. Let it blow. Mike 34. Scoop. Let's go, baby.
And the blitz does come.
Get that ball.
Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
One last shot for Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to